Hey, what's up everyone? I'm not going to state much for this video regarding this particular state of emergency that's been declared by the president, but I just want to ask you all, what do you think is going to happen? There's all of this different speculation, then you also have all of the news media obviously blowing things out of proportion as they usually do, and they're going to pretty much put in his face for him putting his foot in his mouth, stating that he didn't need to declare it, that he had more time, but it would have probably been best if he'd just taken the money and built on the wall that, he's already been building on it anyway, but that's my opinion. He probably should have just taken the money he was given, I don't know, and rolled with it. But the El Chapo Act, that would have worked. That would have worked, using the money that El Chapo had brought in from illegal trafficking that they had confiscated. But the feds, the federal government, did not want to use that. They didn't work with those that were promoting that idea. Ted Cruz was promoting that idea. They didn't work with it. They did not want to work with that idea. So, I mean, what are you going to do? So what do you think is going to happen? You have all of these people who are using what's happening to their channel's advantage and stating that, it's this state of national emergency. The National Emergency Act implies that martial law is coming, that we are about to lose our freedom, that the country's going to go in debt because of this, that all of this is going to happen. Now, they probably still won't give him the money, but what it supposedly means is they have to give him the $8 billion. Now, that's what that means. Something like that. So, they're thinking that, oh, this is going to make us go. We're already $22 trillion in debt. And they just keep spending money every day, and they don't look at that. They don't take a look at that at all. And they wasted money all of these years on lavish parties and everything else. The CIA was caught doing all kinds of things. So, they don't look at that. They don't look at all the money they spent in the past on their own. Yeah. Anyway, you get the point. But what do you think is going to happen? Do you think because of this national emergency declaration, which, by the way, the previous administration declared many times, the administration before that declared many of them, and a few of them over things of lesser extent, and many people have died because of drug trafficking, human trafficking, and lots of lives have been lost, and lots of violence has taken place, but they don't look at that. It would be simple to just build the barrier and let people come in illegally, and let people cross the border legally. Let people come in legally, let people cross the border legally. That doesn't it doesn't seem that difficult. But they make a lot of money and kickbacks from that, so they're probably not going to let that happen. But what do you think is going to happen regarding this declaration of national emergency? So, what do you think is going to happen? I think that they should have all gotten along and passed something besides doing this. But, hey, what are you going to do? He's holding up to his word of actually building the wall, so. And if you looked at the comments, many people were saying, you held up to your word. If you looked at the live comments during the speech, the announcement, many people thought weeks ago that his announcement was going to be a national emergency declaration, but it wasn't. So, we'll see. What do you think is going to happen from this? What will be the results? What will be the end result out of this? Besides what they're claiming of more debt, but what do you think will be the result? Do you think we'll get the wall? Do you think it'll be built? Do you think that it will be a state of... Do you think they'll be using this for martial law and control, and that the government, the deep state, the government will be using this for their own gain, for their control? Everyone's saying they're going to force the chip, they're going to force the FEMA camps, they're going to force the... yes, all of these things, like, I've seen it. The mass coffins, the FEMA camps, the And I understand having to have certain things like that in case of a nuclear disaster or some major disaster. But, you know, who knows? They talk about the Georgia Guidestones. They talk about all of these things. Who knows what'll happen? I'm not some person that's going to spread fear and, you know, just a fear spreader and going to just scare people to death. I want to see what's actually going to happen and what's happening. And we'll keep our eyes open on this and we'll see. We'll see what's going to transpire from this. So, of course, with the media, they're going to portray it as something like that, and they're going to scare people to death with it, so you can't hardly watch the news without being scared to death or have an anxiety attack, or even go on the internet. Even look at the videos on the internet, they'll give you an anxiety attack. But we'll have to see what happens. The question is, what do you think will happen? I am going to share some things, various things taking place in the world around us, non-political related, just various strange occurrences, disastrous occurrences, something like that, very soon in my next video. Peace. So, pray for calmness. There's a lot of weather chaos and a lot of stuff happening, and just pray for everything to go well. Peace. Much love. Bye.